Hello and welcome to CGE Q&A Wednesdays. I am Sakina Bunch, your holistic relationship health and wellness coach, and I'm so excited that you are here today. Welcome to Clean Good Eats. First, I want to give a huge shout out to our sponsor, Stiff Family Farms. Y'all are amazing. I don't know if y'all saw the chorizo, I think I'm pronouncing that right. It's a beef, savory, spicy sausage that I posted to Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter yesterday. But if you didn't see it, go take a look at it. It was absolutely delicious. Honestly, it was the best sausage I have ever had. We made it with a tomato and cranberry sauce, or cranberry and tomato, however you want to say it, sauce, and it was just absolutely delicious. But today, that's not what we're making. Today, we're talking about back to school lunch prep. Now, I don't know about you, but it always seems that when it's time to make the lunch, it's like 9 o'clock at night. It's an afterthought. Let me just shove some stuff that we might have had left over for dinner in a container, call it a day. Or it turns into, oh my goodness, mommy, I don't have a lunch. I need a lunch. Oh, in my household, meaning the one that I grew up in, my mama would have been like, oh, well, I guess you're just going to starve today. You'll remember next time, though. But that's not what we're going to do today. Today, I'm going to show you some quick ways of preparing lunches for a few days, not just one day. I don't believe in doing extra work. Nope. Don't believe in doing extra work. So what I make for dinner, that's what you're going to take for lunch. It's almost like Thanksgiving, right? You know, when you have the turkey and you have all the fixings and then you kind of shred the turkey and now you've got shredded turkey for your sandwiches. And yeah, that's how it's going to be today. So on our menu, we're actually going to have shredded chicken, somewhat salad. Not really salad, just shredded chicken, because I'm not going to make it into a full salad. This way you can customize it, or your child can customize it the way that they would like. So we started off here with some chicken breast, and I am going to add some seasonings to it. Now, of course, you know all my stuff is from Costco. The chicken is from Costco. It is an organic chicken, and I met a lady in Costco. We had a 45-minute conversation. Honestly, it was not me holding her hostage for 45 minutes. She just had questions that she really wanted answered. And it was all about organic chicken versus non-organic chicken. Trust me, there is a difference. In non-organic chicken, you'll see like those little white lines. Those are not good white lines for you. Meat should not have those little white lines going through them, okay? Also, you may even find, well, obviously you'll find like, bad feed in them, because whatever the animal is being fed, guess what? You're also being fed that too. I'm going to add a little more moisture to this pan. Hold on, give me a second. All right, because we want our chicken moist. Yes. So when we were talking about this, she wanted to know, number one, was there really a difference? And number two, could you taste the difference? Yes, you can taste the difference. In a non-organic chicken, you kind of have like that aftertaste in your mouth, whether you have sauce on it, spices on it, doesn't matter. You still get that aftertaste in your mouth, right? With organic chicken, you don't get that aftertaste in your mouth. It tastes like real food. Simple as that. So I just added in here some organic non-salt seasoning for those of you who cannot handle. I almost feel like I'm in a 1980s, like Metallica video or something like that, where like all this, I'm sorry. Anyway, back to what we're talking about. So that is organic non-seasoning salt. And I love it when I buy new spices and I don't open them up before the show. Then you get to see me open them up. Yay! But this one is not from Costco, y'all, because I don't necessarily like to buy my spices in bulk if I can help it. The reason I bought this one in bulk was because I was doing a little bit of practicing and I needed a lot of spices at one time. So this is some turmeric. Turmeric is great for inflammation. And you know, when your kids are going to school, falling, owies, everything else, yeah, you're gonna get some inflammation going on there. Black pepper. Turmeric works best with black pepper. So if you want to kick in those properties for anti-inflammatory properties, black pepper and turmeric. Now curry actually has turmeric in it, but it has a whole lot of other spices. Why am I putting curry on the chicken? Because I love curry. So yes, that's why we're getting some curry on there. All right. Now we're going to let that sit for a hot little moment, and now I'm going to make some sauce for you. Here is the easiest sauce on the planet to make, right? So here is some avocado mayo, and I'm going to be honest, I'm not a fan of this particular brand by itself, but it does have some really good ingredients. So it has avocado oil, that's the first ingredient, egg yolks, water, distilled vinegar, organic sugar. We all know how I feel about sugar, but if you don't have sugar in your mayo, guess what? It's not tasting very good. But it's further down on the list, so I'm okay with that. Salt, lime juice, mustard flour, and black pepper. Oh, and then there's some lime oil too. Okay, so it's 100% avocado oil made from free-range eggs that's got a little squeeze of lemon juice or zest. But I like it because there are no artificial colors, flavors, preservatives in it. And look at that, it's nice and thick and creamy. So we're gonna put about, we'll say maybe 3 teaspoons. So maybe a tablespoon of, okay, it's a little more than a tablespoon. As you saw, those are like some honking spoonfuls there, but there you go. And then the next thing is we have some spicy brown mustard. And we're putting that in there. Now, I don't want y'all to think that everything that goes or passes through my lips or my family's lips is organic, because honestly, that's expensive, and not everything you're gonna find organic. But you do what you can to minimize your toxic load. So that mustard is not organic. All right, so we have now mixed this together. I probably put maybe about 1.5 teaspoons, maybe 2 teaspoons of mustard in here. And I always taste and test it. Let's see. Yep, that works. Okay, so we're gonna let this kind of sit to the side. And I'm all about fresh herbs. I love fresh herbs. These are my little basils. We love my little basils. So we'll take about 2. And see, the beautiful thing of growing them inside, you're not going to get the pests. You're not going to get all that other stuff on it. So you can just take it straight off of there and chop it up. My son gets a kick out of when I cut stuff up. Especially if I can do it fast. Oh my goodness. If y'all have never smelled the aroma of fresh herbs, especially fresh basil, you are missing out. It is absolutely delicious. All right, so let's turn this over and see what we're doing here, because I want to season the other side too. Now you see how it's kind of got that beautiful golden color? That's all the curry and the turmeric. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit more seasoning, because honestly, the flavor's in the seasoning right now, right? So we have a little bit of that. Well, and you know what? I don't think I'm going to add any more curry, because some people are very sensitive to curry. You don't want to use a lot of the curry. I'm sorry, not curry. Well, they're sensitive to curry too. I meant the turmeric. So we'll just leave that aside. And then we'll put some fresh basil. Now, I know y'all are saying, I am not going to do all of that just to make my child's lunch. So let's make it a sandwich and call it a day, right? But honestly, if you're doing that every single day, you're spending more time than I'm spending. Because guess what? Generally, when I make this, I make a whole lot of them. It's dinner, it's lunch, it's dinner, It's lunch. And I'm not spending a whole lot of time making all the above. Now, I bake my own bread, okay? But obviously that takes time, so you don't have to make your own bread. But I just want to draw your attention to something, okay? So I made this bread last night, right? So we have my beautiful garlic dill. It smells so delicious. Then we have Mom, I can't even say it. Mama biscuits. There we go. Mama biscuits, and they're pretty nice and dense there. And then we have the French bread, okay? But when I woke up this morning to lay out my breads, I noticed this. Do you see that? Yeah. Do you know what that is? Okay, first, I was about to blame one of my children for this. And you can hear my husband in the background coughing. Yeah. Yeah, no, it was not the children. It was my husband. Yeah, he ate it. And I'm like, dude, I'm doing that for my video. But at least he said it was good. So we are going to cut up some bread. There we go, cut up some bread. Let's see how good it tastes. Oh, look at that. He's right. It's good. Okay. Oh my. I need some water in that. Jeez. No 5-alarm fires here, please. There we go. I don't want y'all to think I've never burnt anything, because sometimes I get to talking and I will burn something. But anyway, thank God it's not burnt. It's just the pan. So this is almost ready. That's why I shouldn't start eating, because then I start loving it and be like, All right, so this is almost ready. I'm going to start on the salad. Now, you can do bread, or, like a sandwich, or you can actually make them a meal. So there are some containers that I actually like. This one, I think I got this from Walmart. BPA free. You can compartmentalize. So if you want your child to have a salad, veggies on one side, fruit on another side, and then something else in the middle, then you have at it. So what we do is, my son loves pasta, like Bub's pasta. And so we try to kind of either minimize his pasta, or we try to make sure that it is like a gluten-free, non-meat based pasta, to just try to limit the load. But that would go in here, and then I would generally put like maybe some apples in there, maybe a salad in there, okay? Or if your kids don't care about their food touching, you can get these in bulk at Costco, okay? BPA free, all that. All right, so let's make some salad here. I normally don't cut off the sides, but sometimes my kids don't like the sides. That's honestly like where a lot of your nutrients are in cucumbers. It's going to be on the sides. In many vegetables, that's where it is. It's in the skin, and you want to kind of keep those. So I compromise with them, and I just cut off like this to me. So they still have little green parts there. Okay, so I've cut up some cucumbers, cut them in half. There we go. We're going to put them in here. Now, you could be, Henrietta Homemaker and get all the salad stuff and cut it up and make it pretty, right? Or you could just get salad and put it in there. So that's what I did. I bought already made salad. It's already chopped up, because really, we don't have time for all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So there we go. And then you can make your own dressing. You can even use this as a dressing, which my son loves that, and that's what we're going to do. Or you can just, use store-bought dressing. But it's so much cheaper to make your own dressing. Here is a really quick way to make dressing. Balsamic vinegar, any type of oil that's good for you, avocado, olive, whatever. and a little bit of honey at the bottom. Poof, and whatever spices or seasonings you want to put in there. Perfect, it's made. Okay, so now I think we are kind of done here. Let me rinse off this. I don't like to switch up, so give me 1 second. Okay. So now we're going to take this out. Look how pretty that is. Ooh, okay. And we're just going to start, I don't know if you can see that really well. Here, let me move this out of the way so you can see it. And let's turn it off so we do not have any fires, right? It's always appreciated in my household, no fires. Okay, so you can do it with 2 forks, you can do it with 1 fork, but all you're gonna do is just take the chicken off. Bloop, 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 bloop. Take the chicken off. I'm telling you that basil, oh, it just smells so good, and it gives it such a beautiful, refreshing taste to it. It's just nice and fresh. So if you haven't guessed, we're making a chicken salad. If you're just tuning in, we're making a chicken salad. And last week was Farmers Week. It was Farmers Market Week. And we had on Stiff Family Farms to talk about what they do. Oh, I'm sorry, while I'm doing this, you want to go with the grain, not necessarily against the grain, because it's just easier to rip it apart that way and not make a mess everywhere. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So last week was Farmers Market Week. And as much as I love Costco, you know I love you. I have to admit, Stiff Family Farms had me thinking, I think I need to go and get more of my stuff from my local growers and farmers, because that chorizo that we had, God bless them, she said, oh, just try it out. And I'm like, no, I'll try it out. How good could sausage really be? It was good. It was really, really good. Thank you, Megan, and all of the Stiff Family Farm workers. Appreciate what you do. So we're almost done here. So when you're finished with it, this is what it will look like, okay? And you do not want to take your time and do this. You want to kind of do it while it's hot, but you don't want to dry it out. So now that we are finished with this, if it were me, I would put like onions in it, like green onions, sweet onions, tomatoes, peppers. My son don't like all of that. So since this is for his lunch, we're just going to go au naturel. Okay, so putting the last of it in there now. We'll put this to the side. Okay, so now we have this, and we're going to add our sauce. Who am I kidding? I knew I was going to put it all in there when I first started. Okay. And you want to get like that last little bit up in there, because it really is just that good. But you saw how simple it was to make it. I mean, it's really just 2 ingredients. You can get all fancy if you want to, put some balsamic vinegar in there, but literally it is 2 ingredients. And then you just mix it up in your bowl. You can add some other, herbs and spices in there for color if you'd like. I love color, and so I would, like I said, probably add like green onions in it. I might even add like some red cabbage in it to give it that crunch. But for the childrens, I keep it simple. All right, so now it is fully mixed up. I'm gonna taste it. That's good. Now, never trust a cook that doesn't taste their cooking. Something ain't right with them. Now, I'm a person, I can look at foods in a picture and figure out what it's supposed to taste like. Sorry, my husband's getting me into the habit of cleaning up after myself. but I can look at food and kind of figure out what it's supposed to taste like, right? However, you still should taste your food. Doesn't matter. All right, so we have the biscuit, the mama biscuit. Let me get my knife, hold on. This is my bread knife. And we're going to cut into the mama biscuit. Okay. Generally, I don't go all the way through, but this time I did, so there we go. And then you just add, there we go. Look how beautifully messy that is. Love it. And then if you want, you know, you can throw some lettuce on it for some crunch. There you go. Lettuce on it for some crunch. You throw your top on it. Voila. You now have a beautiful, delicious sandwich for your kid. But guess what else? You got lunch for yourself. You also have dinner. And that was just from one chicken breast. Okay? So generally when I make this, it's about 4 chicken breasts at a time. And I slice them in half so that they're butterfly. And you really will have food to last you at least 3 days. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed my lunch meal prep. Some wonderful key things that you can think about when you're making their lunches. Make sure they have a veggie, make sure they have a fruit, and make sure they have a quality protein and a healthy fat. These are things that will help their brain cognition. Fruit like blueberries. Blueberries are awesome, especially if you freeze them. Now, by the time they get it, if they're not in a school where they can refrigerate their lunch, or they don't have a cooler, them things gonna be kind of mushy. So you might not want to do that. But it's a great snack for the kids. It satisfies their want for a dessert, and it satisfies your desire for them to have something healthy. So thank you so much for tuning in today. I always love it when y'all come and you visit me, especially when I'm in the kitchen. Yay! Again, a huge thank you and shout out to our sponsors, Stith Family Farms. If you want to sponsor Clean Good Eats Q&A, we have our retreat coming up, so please don't forget about our Intimacy Begins in the Kitchen retreat. I am so excited about this. I'm like, well, can we please open up registration already? But that's kind of not in my hands. I don't have to say so. Yes, open up registration just yet, but it's coming, y'all. I promise you, it is coming. So if you want to sponsor the retreat, if you want to sponsor just the Intimacy Begins in the Kitchen cooking class that's coming up in February, we have so many things that are going on. If you just want to sponsor Clean Good Eats, send me a message. Send me a message at cleangoodeats.com and click on the Contact Me tab. And you will get some information on how to do that. That's right. My viewers want to hear about you. They want to hear about your business. So thank you so much for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.